Alright, so in this portion of the video, I believe we have finally labeled all of our electrical wires. This part of the harness, which is blue and blue-white, to the solid blue up here. So the solid blue and blue-white went through the bottom portion here and behind here and ran into these connections. So that's where that went. And then here you have black to blue, which is labeled black, and that's going to go to blue up here on this left-hand side. These will stay. We did end up separating these because we realized this one side, even though it's labeled correctly, it's actually part of the back side of here, which again, once you start labeling, and this is exactly why I wanted to take the time to label all of this, for this exact reason. It could get complicated quick. And if I just decide to take all of these off individually, I might mix up a regulator, which might put out a different voltage. Who knows, right? It probably don't, but again, you don't want to take the chance. You waste the time to rebuild something and then put it back together wrong. So this entire portion is relabeled. 6, 7, 8 is all together. So 6 was taken off this first portion side with the pump, relay, fuel, the electric fuel pump. It had these 3 screws that held that together. Okay, when we got to part number 7, it was these 2 rev limiter and control that was here, and the screw that we said that we would leave here because there was no reason to take it off at the time. That was step 7. Now they all kind of tied in together because we had to take this off, and then it came on to here, which we removed 4 screws, which we were calling the voltage regulator bar, which was this one here, 3 screws. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, that's the bottom, and 3. That's what held that together. And then portion 8, or step 8, was removing the 2 negatives that were here, which were grouped in 2 different corners of the negatives on both sides. We removed the starter that we have laying here right now. And then once you remove the starter, you're able to get to these wires, which again, we pulled this one from underneath this line here, and now that's able to come out. And now we have just about everything here free, except this one. We did connect, our gray to brown and our black to brown. That's labeled, and the rest of this line, which is the red and black, will go underneath. Oh, I didn't realize this was. It's almost free. It goes underneath here, and it comes out here. So red solid on our left, red and black on our right. I don't think this is going to. Oh, these are screws. So we'll take these off. I'm assuming these are going to be 5/16 again. Back here, to be honest, I don't even know what this red stuff is that someone put all over this. I thought for a second maybe it's Loctite, but Loctite isn't this bright red. This is like some kind of paint or something. But once we take that off, and those 2 are on our vapor separator tank, is what this is. So that's what these 2 are on. Red is on the left, red, black is on the right. This, no need to labeled. It's pretty straightforward, but we did take a photo of it just in case. So we'll go ahead and take these two off, and then this whole portion, 5, 6, or I'm sorry, 6 and 7, will be complete. We'll start 8, bag 8, and then move on to step number 9.